Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this year's first worth the buy or nah on a really awesome product. It's not a foundation. We are going to begin our foundation reviews next week. But this is the Bdellium Tool brushes. And I'm really excited about this because one of my New Year hopes was that I would be able to come across a really cool new brush company. I feel like we are so attached to our typical brushes that we have used for so long, and I really want to try new things this year. I want to kind of step out of my makeup comfort zone and try new products. Sometimes you gotta change it up. So this is the set that I received. So I get in here face brushes and I also get eye brushes. Now I'm actually gonna take all of them out, but the packaging is on freaking fleeky fleek. Do you see how beautiful these are? Like, I cannot get enough. Now, when I first opened the package, I did feel like how they felt and everything, because that's just very important to me. Right off the bat with a brush, I want to make sure that they feel awesome. And I have to say, these brushes feel so soft. I'm excited to test these out. And then for today's foundation, we are just going to be using our favorite one, which is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter. And this is in the shade Baklava. And we're going to take this nice flat brush. It is the 957 Precise Kabuki. I like the fact that it has its name because a lot of the brushes that I personally own don't say what they're made for. It kind of just says the number and that's it. So I like the fact that this one says Precise Kabuki. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually dot it. I'm gonna start on this side. And then we're just going to blend it and see how it blends. Okay, I like how it blends, and especially if you're using a very full coverage foundation like the Huda Beauty, you definitely want something that's going to blend everything much easier. And I think that's exactly what this did. So I'm going to be using my Kathleen Light's Dream Street palette today. So we have three pretty good blending brushes, but I think I'm going to start off with the smallest one, the smallest tapered blending brush. And we are just going to go ahead, my palette's a little messy because I have been using it, but we're just going to go ahead and start off with this color right here, and that's going to be kind of like our transition color because we're going to use a brighter color, and we're just going to pack that on to our lid. And I quickly do want to say I prefer personally having just brushes that are this color, like just dark color as opposed to white. I don't know, I just it freaks me out when I see that my brushes look dirty. So I'd rather them just be black so I kind of can't see it. Now I like the fact that it kind of goes in a triangle motion, so it really helps you hold the brush precisely and you don't have to kind of have it slipping off your hands or just feeling like it's not going to help you place that product. And you can see then we went in with this much brighter color, and it does really good at being more blendable because we already have that base underneath it, which was the lighter shade. And it also kind of adds kind of like an ombre effect, so it's not just one really bright color there. Wow, this is a really good blending brush. I like how it kind of points at the top. I feel like that's super important to have a little point at the top so that it can be very precise when it hits that crease and it blends precisely in there, as opposed to sometimes brushes are just kind of all around fluffy and it kind of gets everywhere and it's not exactly where you want to place the product. Okay, and now we're gonna take that same shade and we're just gonna mix it with this darker shade right here, like that, and tap off the excess because this is a very pigmented palette. Colourpop and Kathleen Lights did not come to play. We're just going to leave that right just on the outer edges. Just want to target the outer edges and then kind of blow it up these outer edges. I actually really love the fact that it points. Do you see how much easier it is to kind of keep that color intact? I actually like the idea of doing a tutorial showing you guys how to use brushes because I feel like just talking about them is not the same as you guys seeing it and being like, okay, that does blend really well. So now we're gonna put that brush to the side, and we're gonna take this other tapered blending brush, which reminds me a lot of the E40 by Sigma, super fluffy. As you can see, nice hairs. This one is darker. And we're just going to blend the top of it. Now okay, we're gonna use this really precise flat brush. This is called Bold Lip. Okay, this is a lip brush, but I don't use lip brushes, never ever. So I'm gonna use this to cut my crease. These are the type of brushes that I like to personally use to cut my crease, things that are really small and precise flat brushes. I have a Morphe one that I really like to use. It looks like this, very similar. I think the one by Bdellium Tools is a little bit more smaller, which is good because I really want to be precise. So I like to use Tarte Shape Tape in the shade medium to cut out my crease. Yeah, this is the one. I feel like because it's a lip brush, it does a really good job of precisely cutting the crease. We already went ahead and carved out our creases so that they can be precise and sharp. And I have to say that the lip brush is really good. I really like it to carve it out. I actually kind of like it better than my Morphe one. I think it's because it is smaller, so I feel like I really have control to make it super duper precise. So I'm gonna go back into my MAC 242 brush, which you guys know is my holy grail to pack on color all over my lid. Now they may have a brush like this in their website, on their website, but in this set it didn't come with a bigger flat brush. So I'm just going to have to use my MAC brush. Like, it's not as pigmented as I thought it would be. So I'm gonna go in with some MAC Fix Plus and add a little bit more. Maybe it's just me. There we go. I was like, why is this color so light? I'm gonna go on Bdellium Tools' website and see if they have something similar to this, larger than the lip brush. And I will include it in my description box so you guys can look at it if you want to. Because I didn't get that brush, but like I mentioned, I didn't receive all the brushes. I just got a set. So maybe it just wasn't part of the set. Because they do sell the brushes individually too if you're just interested in some of them and don't want all of them, which is cool because you guys know that I like to have my options. If I don't like everything, I definitely would want to try just one or two. We're going to use our Airspun powder per usual. And there's actually a brush that I was eyeing to use, and this is the contour brush. So yeah, I can see how that'd be a good contour brush, but I like to use these type of brushes. Ooh, a lot of powder in here. I like to use these brushes for just setting my under eye. I feel like these are the best because they're so small and precise. Yes. This is the one by Morphe that I like to use for my under eyes. It's very similar to the one by Bdellium Tools. This one is pointed. This one's a little bit more fluffy all around, which is cool because I feel like it makes it easier to kind of blend it everywhere. Like that. This one's good too. I feel like they're both really good quality. I feel like this one is more fluffy and more flexible. The one by Morphe is a little bit like it's a little bit more stiff in a way because it goes pointed. So either one's really good, but it's good that I have this one too. Like that. Okay, that brush is good. Okay, so now let's see, is there a liner brush? Yeah, here we go. So we have this liner brush right here. Now, I'm a huge fan of my Sigma E65 liner brush. That's my holy grail. That's the only thing that I like to use to do wing liner. But today, I'm going to try new things. That's the whole point of 2018 is trying new things. So I'm going to be using my Juvia's Place gel liner. This stuff is the bomb. It is so good. And I'm going to be using the Bdellium Tools liner slash brow brush. So let me go ahead and see what happened. Okay, so that wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It definitely is pretty good as a liner brush. I think I just need to get used to it more because it's a lot different than my E65 by Sigma, but it didn't do a bad job. Just at the tip, I wish that I could get more precision, but maybe that was just me being nervous. So our lashes are on, our wing liner is on. This eyeliner on this side went on so much easier than this eye. For some reason, whenever I do wing liner on camera, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm too focused on the fact that I want to make sure that you guys can see it, that I'm like not doing it perfectly. And then as soon as I do it by myself, it comes out like perfect. And I really like doing it without the camera and focusing on the camera really kind of like guided me to make sure that I like, you know, did it right. And I really liked how this applied it. So I'm gonna start using this a little bit more often. Now we're gonna move on to a little bit of contouring. I think I'm gonna use my KKW Beauty, and we're gonna use this right here. Let's see, do I wanna use this big fluffy brush? Let's see, this is large powder brush. What is this one? Powder blending. Let me go ahead and do a little bit of powder using this big brush, just kind of like up here. I like it because it kind of just goes to the tip. It's not so rounded. It's kind of more like angled that way. So let's just see. Yeah, I like that. I like how fluffy it is too. Because sometimes when a brush is like too precise or too like bulky at the top, it literally will just cram bronzer in certain areas where you don't want it, as opposed to having something that kind of goes like fanned out like this. I like that kind of consistency. Okay, and we're gonna be taking California, and for blush, I have my eye on this one since the beginning. This is the Slanted Blusher, which is perfect. So you guys know that I'm obsessed with this brush right here. It doesn't even have a name. My friend got it for me in like 9th grade. It came in a little set from like, I think Forever 21, but it's angled like that. Ever since I use this, which I use it all the time religiously, I always like brushes that are angled this way. Now this one's definitely been used so much that it kind of lost its fluff, but I'm excited to use this one and see what magic it can do for me. I just love slanted brushes like this for blush because I feel like it just targets it specifically in that area without it giving you that like circular blush on the cheeks. Ooh, yes. I like that. It literally just targeted right there. Looks good. Looks super duper good. So that one's good. And do I have a highlight brush? No, I don't. Okay, we'll just go ahead and use my Anastasia highlighting brush. And we're gonna use the Colourpop or Voir, which I started to really enjoy using in the month of December. It was a really good loose highlighter. We're just gonna... And then for lips, what do we wanna use? If you're looking for a good everyday lipstick, try out Take a Pixie by Colourpop. But I will make sure I have all the information, all the products I used in my description box. I am working on making sure that I have all the products listed in description boxes for 2018. That's like one of my goals. And then we're going to take the shade, where is it? I have so much Colourpop in here because I've been obsessed with Colourpop lately. And then we're going to take Atole by iluvsarahiiii and Colourpop, their latest collaboration. God, that color is so beautiful. And I love Atole. Today's El Día de los Reyes and I'm about to eat some rosca with Atole. So in honor of El Día de los Reyes, I'm gonna be wearing Atole. You see how gorgeous that lip combo is? Oh my God, and it's both Colourpop and they are both like $5. So $10 for two lipsticks that are really good quality. I'm digging that. And now that we've completed the look, we can go ahead and talk about the Bdellium tool brushes and my final thoughts. So as a whole, I really like these brushes a lot, and I like the fact that I was able to try out this set because I feel like when you just try out one brush, you can't really review it or speak on it because that's only one product. But the fact that I was able to use these brushes to do my entire face was a really good thing. I know how hard it is to disattach yourself from brushes because I feel like brushes are just the most essential thing to a makeup look. And that's why I wanted to do this video, really, was because I have such a connection and love for my brushes that I have already, that for me to step out of my comfort zone and be like, okay, let me try something new for once, is a big deal because I don't usually do that. Sometimes when you're trying new things is when you can find something that you become so obsessed with. If you need recommendations on which brushes to try out, I will have them list in categories of the ones that I like the most, and then just all the brushes listed, and also links to where you can find it. If I find any coupon codes on the website where you guys can save money if you're interested in buying the full set or you're interested in buying some of the brushes, then I will leave it down below in the description box as well. I am not an affiliate with them. This is just my honest opinion. I wanted to share if I like them or not, and I really do like these brushes. I feel like they're awesome. That being said, don't forget to thumbs this video up if you enjoyed watching this tutorial demo. That really helps me out, lets me know you guys want to see more tutorials. And don't forget to subscribe if you aren't a member of our family here on YouTube. So I'm gonna go ahead and peace out because I think I've done way too much talking in this video. Bye guys.